comes the, y'all don't really want it like, here comes the.
Hey everybody, my name is Squidprints, and if you don't know my upload schedule by now, it should be on the back page of your local newspaper. If it's not there, you should probably call and complain about it. But besides that, I will get into the matchup today. Now, I'm versing my buddy Chris. Chris is a good kid. Met him on Pokemon Showdown. He's a good battler. Always have, good solid close battles with him. Now, today we ended up doing a little RU. Today I'm bringing some new stuff you haven't seen. I'm bringing Choice Banded Ninjask. I'm going to be using a variation of the set I created for Noivern. Bulky Starmie, Reuniclus you have seen many a time. We have Mega Absol, which I'm going to try out. And I have my Rhyperior, which is my favorite wall in the game, so of course I'm going to use them. Chris is bringing Mega Ampharos today, Crobat, which I was a little worried about the defog, but we'll see what happens in the battle. There is a Hitmonchan and an Ambipom. Those are two very big threats. The Hitmonchan can take out my Mega Absol with a Mach Punch, and the Ambipom can take it out, Fake Out as well. So as long as I keep Rhyperior alive, I can shut down the Crobat, the Hitmonchan, and the Ambipom. Now, he also has Regirock. Regirock is like a wall and a half. That thing is, it can be, difficult to take down. So I really need to keep my Starmie alive, and I need to keep my Noivern alive to help me take that down. Because I do have Scald on Starmie, and I also have Focus Blast on Noivern. And his final poke is going to be Mischievous. Now these guys, I've seen them Will-O-Wisp, Pain Split, Sub, I've seen Combine sets, Shadow Ball, all things of that nature. So we'll see what he wants to do. So we'll get right into this battle. Now, to lead off, I wasn't really sure what he was going to pick to lead off with. I was kind of thinking Ambipom. So I figured I'm just going to lead off with my one-bag Gato, my Ninjask, just to see what he does. He ends up leading off with the Mischievous here. And since he ends up doing that, I don't want anything to take a Will-O-Wisp that can't handle it. So I'm going to U-turn straight out, and I'm going to end up going into my Starmie here. Now, I am specially defensive, and at this point, the reason I went into my Starmie here was, first of all, to take the burn, and second of all, I thought I had Natural Cure. I mean, not Natural Cure. I thought I had T-Wave on this. Now, I was going to go for T-Wave. Apparently, right before the battle started, I took T-Wave off and put Dazzling Gleam on. Just in case he wanted to bring, like, dark types that would, kind of stop me. But he ends up carrying Hex as well, and if you don't know about Hex, then its base power doubles if you have a status. So Unburned, Hex now goes from base 60 to base 120. Almost knocks me out. I can't live another one after recover, so I need to switch out. He knows I'm going to switch. He's going to end up going for a Willow, but I do have something else on my team that can take a Willow, and that's my Reuniclus. Now, he ends up going for a Pain Split. I don't know why he didn't just go for a Hex there, but I ended up setting up the Trick Room because I know I could take at least one Hex. Because I know Mischievous, they usually run more bulky sets with the Eviolite. So he's going to end up switching out here. I was predicting him to go into Ambipom to take the Shadow Ball. I figured I really had nothing to fear because the worst he could do to me was fake me out, and then I could hit him with a Psyshock. Because the Trick Room is up, so I really didn't have anything to fear going for a Shadow Ball there. But he ends up bringing in the Ampharos. I do still outspeed, so I'm going to end up going for a Psyshock on this turn, just to deal some damage off on the Mega. I know I can live any hit from it. Now he's going to end up going into a Volt Switch here. But I bring him down low enough so that when he switches back in, if I can get Rocks in, then the Ampharos is not going to be a problem. And that's his, his Mega that's going to be down. So now he's going to Volt Switch out into the Ambipom. And I know the Fake Out's going to come. So I'm going to go into Rhyperior. I'm going to eat up that Fake Out with, no difficulties whatsoever. Now, he really can't touch me in any way. I pretty much wall this monkey, all the way back to the pet store. It's disgusting. I'm going to end up going for a substitute because I carry sub for situations such as this. Now, I'm not sure what he's going to go out into. I thought he was going to go out into the Crobat because Infiltrator Crobat is a thing. I figured he could just get a Toxic off, but I went for the sub anyway, just on the off chance. Because if he even did decide to go out to the Crobat, I could have just went for Rock Blast and taken it out that way. So now, I had the sub up. All he can really do is go for a Hex to break my sub, which means I get free Rocks up. not only is that taking out the Ampharos, but I also get 25% damage down on the Crobat as it comes in as well. And now this is also going to break down the Ambipom because it'll be taking Stealth Rock damage and Life Orb damage. And if I continue to make him switch out, then I'm in a really good position here. So I'm going to switch out into Baby Uni. I figured he was going to go for a Hex, but he ends up going for a Will-O-Wisp, and then Will-O-Wisp again, expecting another switch because he thought I was going to double there. But I end up just going for the Psyshock, and it actually does, a lot of damage. And then he's going to end up going for a Hex, and he's going to end up taking me out here. So now, Reuniclus is down. It did its job. I wish it would have done a little bit more, but, it definitely did its part. And since he goes down there, I am able to go get a free switch into Mega Absol. Now, this Absol, it doesn't have Night Slash. It only has Sucker Punch as his fighting stab, and I have Cycle Cut for coverage. And it also doesn't have Play Rough. I have X Scissor because I didn't breed that on. Now here, he told me in the chat was that he forgot that Magic Guard was the ability of Mega Absol. So he ends up taking himself out. And now I'm sitting here, pretty with an Absol. I could have went for the Swords Dance, but I figured it'd be better and not cheap to just do that. And plus, he still had Priority Fake Out that would do, a tremendous amount of damage to me because Mega Absol's defenses really aren't that good. Now, I'm going to end up going to Rhyperior here. Now, he's going to know that, and he's going to want to get some momentum back on his side of the battle, which I don't blame him. Now, he's going to go for the U-turn, not only taking the Stealth Rock damage and the Life Orb damage once again, but now that's going to end up giving him a free switch to go into his Crobat. Now, I figured, he might just go for Toxic, he might just go for, Defog, but I don't fear it too much because I can just go for Rock Blast. Now, I was fearing that Rock Blast would not kill, just in case, I didn't get more than 2 hits, it didn't do damage. He could be running a bulky Crobat. I battled him in another battle that we had, and he had a Violet Golbat, and my Rock Blast did nothing to that. But fortunately here, I actually end up getting a crit, and I actually get 3 hits. So that's going to allow me to take down the Crobat, which is absolutely perfect, because now the rocks are staying up, which means that Ampharos is definitely going down, and I still have my wall to take on the Ambipom and the Hitmonchan. Now, I can't let Toxic rack up either, so I need to be careful because Regirock is going to be a problem for me. Now, I know it knows Drain Punch, that is super effective on me, and he's going to be taking health away from me. My Toxic's going to be racking up, so I don't really want that. So I'm going to end up going into my Starmie here. Starmie is pretty much my ace to take down the Regirock. So I was kind of put in a position where I had to switch there, because if I didn't and he ended up setting up Stealth Rocks, then I would have missed my opportunity. And if he went for the Drain Punch, then it just gets foddered off. So I end up bringing in Noibat here, or Noivern, excuse me, and I'm going to go for a Focus Blast. I wasn't really fearing it missing because I am running the wide lens on this set. I wasn't really fearing Stone Edge too much, just in case it missed, or I'm running max HP. I thought maybe I could take a hit if it was more defensively invested, but he ends up pulling out the Ice Punch, and to be honest, I wasn't expecting that. It is 4 times super effective on me, but I figured from this range, hopefully, an Earthquake can take out. I do not have any, besides, that extra 4 at the end of when you max out 2 stats. That's all I have in attack investment. So he goes for the Drain Punch, gets a little bit of health back, and fortunately I do get to KO it with the Earthquake. I wasn't sure if it would do that much, but that pretty much seals the game for me right here, because the Ambipom can't do anything to me, and the Hitmonchan can do some stuff to me, but I have my Ninjask in my back pocket that can outspeed, and I resist the Mach Punch, so this one's pretty much sewn up. He's going to bring in the Ampharos, hoping that he can live the Stealth Rock by just a little bit. Unfortunately for him, it doesn't work out that way, so Ampharos is going to go down. The Hitmonchan is going to come in. Now, I don't want to, risk a Drain Punch, and it brings me down too low to where the Toxic and the Ambipom fake out, and another hit would be able to take me out. So I'm going to fodder off the Absol here, and what's going to happen is he's going to end up freezing me, which it really doesn't matter, just because the Mach Punch is going to end up taking me out anyway. The one thing I was fearing from the freeze was that I hope he wasn't like a sub bulk up set, or something like that, because if he would have set up, he definitely could have caused a good problem for me and ended up sweeping the game at the end. But good thing is he doesn't, and I can end up going for an aerial ace, and that's going to take out the Hitmonchan so quick. And then finally he's just going to bring in his Ambipom. Now, I know, I expected Fake Out to come. I know that my defenses are not that great, so I figured I'm just going to switch into Rhyperior and just wall it from here. And he doesn't want his Ambipom to go down, so he is just going to end up forfeiting the battle after this move. But Chris, definitely a good battle. You know, looking forward to more battles with you in the future. And I actually have some lined up of us. We actually had another battle that was really close that I had the other night with him, so that one will be up in a little bit. But that is going to end up being the game here. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. I sure did, as always. And, you know, keep watching. Stay tuned for more battles. Hopefully I can get more tournament stuff set up for Saturday. I should be having an update video come out then, and let you know what's going on. So I hope you guys enjoyed this one once again, and I'll catch you guys later. Okay, bye.